Hey everyone, welcome back or welcome to Alpha and Chill. I'm Cam and today we'll be discussing ordinals. So what are ordinals? Ordinal theory is a protocol that allows individual satoshis of Bitcoin to be tracked, to be traded, and to also be inscribed with certain data on them, be that image, video, text, up to 4 megabytes as of right now. The ordinal theory was introduced late last year, and it was really taken off since like mid-February and on up. What the ordinal theory allows you to do, again, is inscribe onto sats themselves. So what are inscriptions? Inscriptions are the inscribed sats that have the data on them. This data then creates a type of artifact that it can't go anywhere. It's inscribed on the sat itself, meaning it's on chain on Bitcoin. With Ethereum, with the NFTs, is a separate token called a ER721. But with inscriptions, this is actually on chain, it's on Bitcoin, it's immutable. And what's cool about these inscriptions is they're numbered from the time they were first inscribed until now. So right now there's over 325,000 inscriptions, which I know it sounds like a lot, but realistically it's not. Again, every sat, one sat of a Bitcoin, and there's 100 million sats per Bitcoin can be inscribed one time. So if we do some quick math, 20 million Bitcoin times 100 million sats is like 2 to the E15. I mean, it's like 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and on 15 times. It's a huge number. And again, we've only had 325,000 of these inscribed right now. Another fun fact about sats is that they too have a certain rarity to them. What the ordinal theory allowed developers to do is find and trace individual sats based off of block time. So you can see that some sats are minted on the Genesis block later on in 2022, 2010, 2018, and so on. These give these inscriptions or ordinals, Bitcoin NFTs, artifacts, whatever you want to call them, gives them another sort of rarity to them because some sats, like older sats, could be worth more than other ones. So right now, sub 10K inscriptions are kind of considered the holy grail. So what that means is that the first 10,000 inscriptions that were inscribed onto Bitcoin sats are like everybody's trying to get these and collect these up because they think they're going to be super valuable in the future. Now, I would go far to say that even under 100K, 250K, 500K, even a million is going to be worth something because, again, it's the very first of these things. And you can have 100 million of these inscriptions per one Bitcoin. And we still have 20 million Bitcoin to inscribe. So get started with these if you want to buy and sell them and hold them. 2 things we need to look at: wallets and marketplaces. Again, because these ordinals are still in their infancy stages, there's a lot of polishing that needs to be done on all of these wallets and even the marketplaces. So you have some very, very technical wallets that you have to download a full Bitcoin node, and then you have some that are super easy to do, but security may be a little bit higher risk. I think the 4 main wallets right now are Ordinals Wallet, OrdSwap, Sparrow, and Xverse. Some honorable mentions are Hero and Casa. OrdSwap and Ordinals Wallet, they're both native apps within a browser themselves, so it's not like an app you download on your phone. You can just pull up a browser, go to the website, and then there's your wallet. You do have to generate a seed phrase, so make sure you keep track of that and don't enter it anywhere else. You'll have to use a password every time you unlock these. These are really convenient because, again, you can just pull them up on a web browser, on your desktop, or on your mobile, and you don't have to have a specific app or an extension for those. Now, Xverse, they have an app, an extension, and also a mobile app itself. Some of the main differences between Xverse, OrdSwap, and Ordinals Wallet is Ordinal Wallets and OrdSwap has one address. It's a taproot address, starts with BC1, and you can send both Bitcoin and multiple inscriptions to that same address. Whereas with Xverse, they have 2 different addresses, one for Bitcoin itself and then one for the inscription. You don't want to send Bitcoin to the inscription or the inscription to the Bitcoin address. Now, I don't know enough about Sparrow or Hero or Casa to kind of discuss those, so research those on your own, and if you like them, leave a comment below. Something else you need to keep in mind with these wallets is the type of Bitcoin that you can receive or send to them. So with OrdSwap and Ordinals Wallet, again, it's a taproot address that starts with BC1. You can send, to each other just fine. But as far as some exchanges won't allow you to send from that exchange to that wallet, that ordinal, that taproot address, while some exchanges like MEXC or even Robinhood will allow you to send Bitcoin to that ordinal address. You also have to be careful because you can't send Bitcoin from the Ordinals wallet to the Xverse wallet because they're two different types. So just keep that in mind when you're messing with these wallets. I personally use Xverse on my phone to kind of store it long term, and I also use Ordinals wallet to kind of move in and out. I don't hold it there for long term. I've had good experience with both wallets, nothing against them. I just use Xverse, like I said, it's a little cleaner UI. Ordinal Swap and Ordinals wallet is essentially, they look just about the same, and there's not really much differences. So with marketplaces, there's three main ones: OrdSwap, Ordinals Market, and Ordinals Wallet. I believe OrdSwap was first, and it's pretty simple, it's pretty basic, it's very rudimentary too, because again, these Ordinals are still in their infancy. You're not able to search collections. You can't filter by inscription number or sat date or collection again. So you still have to go to the collection page and just scroll and essentially just kind of find and hope you find something, you know, good that you like, look at the price, etc. I had not used Ordinals Market. I see it's up there as far as volume goes with OrdSwap, but again, I have not used it. And with Ordinals Wallet, they're pretty brand new to the marketplace, and they look a lot like OrdSwap. I mean, if you had Ordinals Wallet and OrdSwap side by side, there's very little differences. There is a lot more volume on OrdSwap though, and prices tend to be a lot cheaper on OrdSwap than they are on Ordinals Wallet, so keep that in mind. So what I think is kind of cool is that there's been some exclusive communities that have been created. There's a sub 100, a sub 1K, a sub 10K, and a sub 100K communities for these inscriptions. So you can join the Discords, but in order to get access to the full channels, you need to be a verified holder of the sub whatever inscription. I hold a sub 3K, it's number 2935. So on the sub 10K and the sub 100K Discord, I'm allowed to go in there and I have exclusive access to all the full channels. So there's a lot of projects already, and what's cool about those communities is that on the sub 10K, they each have a Google Sheet that has all the projects that are under sub 10K listed, so you can go check those out, their Discord links and how to find them and stuff. Same thing with the sub 100K, they have all the communities that are listed there by their inscription numbers, so you can kind of go check them out and see if you want to get into one of those or not. Some of my favorite are Skullix, Ordinal Pizza OGs, the Bitcoins, super unique, the Ordinal Tortoises, the Geckos, you've got Bitcoin Bears, and my sub 3K inscription is a TradeFi Lines. I believe they're a 1.5 to 5K range. They have an ETH collection. That's kind of cool because their NFTs are dynamic, meaning that every time they're sold or change hands, the actual chart on them changes. Whereas the Bitcoin ones, they just kind of stay still. I don't think the technology is there yet to have them be dynamic, but it would be cool if one day they are. So lastly, I know that these things are kind of brand new. They pretty much are. They've been around since the end of December. The first one was minted back then, and then January was really slow. Beginning of February really took off, and now, like I said, there's over 325,000, which again, it sounds like a lot, but in long term, it's very minute, and we're so early to this. You can also tell by how the wallets look, how the marketplaces work, how buying and selling kind of goes. A lot of it's kind of over the counter, or you have to do escrows within the Discord. So marketplaces, they do have stuff, but you can also do a lot of OTC deals. So you have to be careful with this space. Make sure it's a legitimate project and you're using an escrow service through their Discord and not going through DMs to buy and sell. Now there are more eyes getting onto Ordinals. Yuga Labs is just doing a auction that just finished up. They're the ones who created Bored Ape Yacht Clubs, the MeBits, CryptoPunks, and some more. They've got a huge cult following. Love them or hate them, but them being in the space could be a good thing to get more eyes onto it. And I also believe that if they do well with their auction and the Ordinals and they have a good experience with that, then others will come into the game and just, you know, pick Ordinals up. What's interesting about the Yugas is that they aren't necessarily caring about the inscription number themselves, they're sat hunting. So again, the ordinal theory that allows you to sit there and sat hunt, look for those specific ones, specific dates. It could be Christmas on the first, 2009, whenever Bitcoin was created. It could be a president's birthday. Who knows? Whatever you like, So they're actually sat hunting specifically for their numeric data they have for their inscriptions themselves. So I really think these ordinals are going to be the next big thing. I think they're in the meta right now. Again, we're so early, and check them out. Alright guys and girls, I hope you guys enjoyed learning about some ordinals and seeing the inscriptions and the wallets and marketplaces and seeing some projects. If you liked it, please like, share, subscribe. It helps me out. I also appreciate your support. Hang around for next video where we're going to get more in depth with the wallets and how to go through them.